Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Gather round, gather round, gather round. Happy New Year, happy 2023, and those watching after this year, hello. Hi, this is my first appearance in 2023, so hoping you will love this because this is going to be so amazing for you. All right, so today this is going to be a quick short video. It might not be more than 10 minutes long. I have to go and pick up my daughter, so let's go. All right, so I am revamping myself and coming around in a different way this year. And what you're going to see are different sides of me as I share some of the things that I have been sitting on for such a long time. So, there is this law in the universe. There is a universal law where you don't push. When you push, people will pull back. When you pull, people will push back. So instead of pushing an agenda, pushing a way of thinking, pushing something, or pulling, you just be it, and then those who want to learn, learn. Those who don't, they don't. What can I say? Let's hope they survive. Anyway, so we're going to look at the levels of consciousness. And right now, I have about this is a work in progress. I understand some things, but I'm trying to put concepts on them that can make it more digestible. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some scenarios just to make you reflect on some of these. So the level of consciousness, we're going to have them in an aspect to say, like, let's say if you have a consciousness of a 5-year-old or a consciousness that got stuck because of some hurt that happened or something somewhere that happened. All right. The first cause is where someone's state of mind, thinking, and perception, the way they think, the way they see the world, is that of a child, where they don't realize that cause and effect kind of scenario, meaning that they don't realize that what they see, what they experience is all caused by them. How does this look like? So, this is a person who is a victim of life. This is a person who is a victim of life, and this is how it looks like in a real life scenario. It's like, let's imagine me, just in case you're a little bit touchy and feely. Let's say I go to work at a certain time, and I have this boss who's giving me such a hard time. Everybody is mean to me, everybody talks about me, like people aren't kind, and you're like, how do I get a break? Like, this is so much. And I go home, I complain about it, I feel bad about it, I complain about it and feel bad about it, but nothing really changed. That's a mindset of a victim. Now, the second stage of consciousness, this could be with work or wherever you go, is the second stage of consciousness is where you go up, you wake up early, so you get on time. When you get there on time, you're the first one. So instead of receiving a complaint from the boss, you get a compliment. So let's say if you go home, you talk about all the good things that happened because you took action and put yourself in a position where you're not just reacting to everything that's around you, where you're in the creation mode. What does this look like? Getting up on time, doing what you got to do. What does this look like? Let's say having systems and automations in place where if you say, I'll give you an example, like when I'm in this level of consciousness or operating in this era, I'll set an intention to say, this time is the time I take my child to school. This is the time I do pick up for my daughter. This is the time maybe I'll do a YouTube video like this. If someone comes in my field, that time is blocked out. There's a system in place. That could be a calendar blocked out. That could be me saying I'm not available, where you are in creation mode and you're in the do because you have to get your things done. Usually people at this stage are very anxious. They believe they have to do everything. They take everything on and their lives are very overwhelming. One of the things you notice about this consciousness is where someone is taking everything in their hands. They walk really fast, they talk really fast. They talk really fast. They're always in a rush. Go, 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 go. Go to the grocery. I need milk, blah, blah, blah. Get it. This is directed towards ladies. So they'll be more in their masculine because they're in the go, 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 go. What you tend to see with these ladies at this stage, the busy, fast pace, I've got some notes here to look at too, is that you will see that they've got the I can do it all myself. I have to do this. This is what makes me feel like me. This is what makes me feel valuable, like I'm contributing to a relationship or a business or something. They're in the go, go, go mode. Um, in this time, the best thing to do is automations, acceptance of help so that they can alleviate some of the things. Those are things that they need to do. Having systems in place that remove things that take away their time. That way they can breathe, they can relax into their living. They could actually do things that takes them to the next level than spending all their time and energy to sustain something that's making them run at 100. They are using their emergency switch that the creator put in us, that as human have, that let's say if you're a mom and you have a husband who dies or leaves you, you have to use your masculine energy to save your child, because if you don't, the child will starve, the child will die. So you have to get in that mode. But that's something that women normally shouldn't run on a long time. When they do, you see a lot of burnout, a lot of manifestation of diseases like fibroids, cancers, things like, if you see them in on their later stage, they're very like um agitated, bitterness, and all that stuff. Anyway, that's a stage, that's a level. Some outgrow that to the next level. The next level is the level that their woman becomes an empress, because has an empress or a kind of demeanor where she is in survival, but she's protecting what she has. How this looks like is she knows that what she does has an effect. She understands the cause and effect law. And you will see that in a kingdom, your kingdom can be your home. Your kingdom can be your home. It can be your office. It could be your business. It could be your relationships around whatever environment it is. It's like that's your little country. That's your kingdom. What energy is there? And some people in this plane are still running around. Some people in this plane are using their survival energy still. And what they need to do, or how they embody this perfectly, is they understand that what it takes to be in the state of flow, what it takes to be in the state of creation, be in the state of ease, grace, the feminine. This is almost like understanding that the next stage requires them to be that warrior, that empress that has rules and laws that can facilitate that state of flow, ease, love, and nature. So let's say if your home, this is going to be almost like a boundary maker. So let's say if your home, um or when people attack what you're trying to do, let's say you're trying to have a home which has peace, which has structure, or if it doesn't have structure, which has ease and flow, and there's no worry, there's no tension, there is ease. Let me see some of the things I put down. There is surrender kind of energy where you're not at war with anyone. There is acceptance. There is no sabotage and limiting beliefs. It's like there is ease. The empress needs to come in before that, because what the empress does is, you understand that the first two layers of consciousness, that is the victim type of thinking, this is a consciousness. It's not a person. It's a way of being, a way of seeing, a way of thinking about the world, like how someone views the world. If someone is in that reaction, the empress will not allow them to be in their corner. You can be somewhere there in the kingdom, like maybe getting some fruits of what's coming from the kingdom, but you cannot be close to her because you're going to sabotage the what it takes for her to be in that ease and flow. Um, the empress again. needs to be that person that says, okay, for me to have these things running smoothly, for me to bring the goddess in, for me to have surrender in my home, I have to have some sort of like flow within energy. So I don't need tension. I don't need guilt. I don't need, she knows what she requires. And what she does is she's the rule setter, or she's the one who let's see the lion's face, because she has to be able to go savage to protect that child in her, to protect that goddess in her, to protect that um side of her that's a luxury. Because I'll give you this analogy. I hope this helps. I've gone more than 10 minutes, but let me just explain this. So let's say you're in a country and there's going to be a war tomorrow or the other day, and you have millions of dollars or billions or thousands, whatever amount of money you have. If you knew that your place was going to be bombed tomorrow, are you going to start building? Is that the time to say, oh, let's procreate? No, you're in survival. It's go, 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 go. So if you have such an analogy, trying to move from that like go, 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 and you're trying to be in the thriving, because what it takes for you to survive and what it takes for you to thrive is different. What you're going to do is the empress needs to be that one that makes sure that you never get to a stage where the war is going to come and then you're going to be in that. Because for you to be in that luxury of a goddess, that luxury state of flow, that luxury state of beingness where you can manifest, where you have no one to sabotage your thoughts, where you have no one to like really come and maybe like um be the negative energy, or be that negative voice in your ear. It might just be someone who means well, but their voice of reason goes against the manifestation. What does this look like? It means that Empress cannot have in a corner, like in a core corner, she cannot have the one at the first consciousness of a victimhood, because they lack responsibility, they lack accountability, they lack the understanding of cause and effect, and they have this thing of entitlement, no boundaries at all. So you will state a place to say, this is my manifestation area. It has to be quiet at this time. That person will come in, will set the loud music right next to that. And at the end of the day, when the empress comes, they'll feel like they're being attacked because they have no idea what happened. I just started playing music. They have no understanding of what it takes for them to be in that like sphere. So that's there. The other thing is like, you need the empress to be the one that, let's say, if you want your child to grow with ease, no worries, safety is important for the child. Let's say you have a girl child, like I'm a mom. The empress in me, the warrior in me, will not leave that 5-year-old with just any guy, cousin, uncle, friend, whatever, as long as it's a man. Like, I won't just do that, because I don't want to put my child in a situation where something can happen. So you have to take those precautions. That's the empress. There has to be rules that protect the kind of atmosphere you have in the house. No worry, ease, flow, all that. So the empress needs to be the guardian to what's allowed to go within her real corner, for people to be in touch. Like, for someone to be in her court, they have to have done some inner work where they're not sabotaging, even if it's innocently, they might be sabotaging. The empress cannot allow someone who's got the go 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 in the parameter, because they do all this and then they resent everybody for letting them do everything, but they want to do everything. So they do not realize that it's okay to accept help. They do not realize that sometimes automations, they do not realize that there is now, on the spiritual side, there is the universal law. Whatever you focus on is what you get. So the empress knows that if someone complains, more complains, the universe says, yes, here you go, complain. The more you're focused on what's not working, the bills, the blah, 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 whatever you might want to call it, the more of that comes. Instead of being focused on the solution and who you need to be, what you need to do, you cannot allow this person who doesn't understand automation, who doesn't understand using 5% understand the problem and then use 95% of your energy on the solution or the embodiment, whatever it needs to be to have that resolved, which is going to be covered like that, like it's nothing. So the Empress cannot allow that. So the level of consciousness is what you see in different people. It could be your sister, brother, uncle, friend, whatever it may be. And sometimes it just means that maybe what you're trying to create, your purpose that you've chosen, the direction, the vision, those people do not align. They do not align. And because maybe they haven't done the work, they will not see how they're sabotaging you, but wanting you to be who you were, that you're trying to outgrow, that person that no longer saves you. So there you go. Now the goddess surrenders because she knows the universe has her. She's got those parameters, the structures that hold her. She doesn't have to worry. She's in gratitude. She is, well, gratitude should be had in all the stages, but she understands deeply to the core, in the deep feminine, that the more you embrace, the more you love, the more you open your heart, the more things come. You receive freely, you give freely. She understands that. Now, if she puts herself in a situation where someone has a problem receiving and they give her something, they're going to have some sort of negative energy, but they don't realize that's them. That's their limitation. Just the way you're able to give freely, you're supposed to be able to receive. If your palm is closed like that, you give and you can't receive, nothing will sit. Everything will fall because you've got holes in your beliefs, in your thought process. So just being able to say, thank you for having me, thank you for holding me, thank you for the energy. The things that work to give us what we need and the things that help us in life are invisible. They're invisible forces and visible. But for the invisible, it's like air. I can't see air, but I need it. Without it, I won't live. I won't live. So understanding that gratitude of just being able to breathe, having the lungs, being in health, you know, I can't have someone who's busy focused on everything that's going on wrong because they don't understand the first law, cause and effect. And I don't want to be part of that mumbo jumbo, regardless of what your title is, because I am at a different plane. And there is free will. Free will means someone can be wherever they are. If someone is not ready to wake up, it's not your job. You do you, embody. Those who are ready to listen, those who are looking for growth will understand. Those who don't, they don't. And that's okay. We all have different stages. So I've just talked about the different level of consciousness. I'm going to look for names to label them when I do more meditation and get more downloads in a way that other people would perceive them and understand. We can have our own lingo here and understanding, but this is going to be more of the focus. So the evolution of the woman, having what you want, creating the life you want, being intentional, understanding what's play, understanding who you have to be, and knowing that if you're standing here and you want what's here, maybe you don't like, because right now as you're watching this, you are the result of this understanding, what you know, your best thinking, this is what you are. And if you want to get here, you have to be willing first to let go, step away, and put your foot here to be in this position. So what do you have to shed off? What is the process that you need to know? How do you get here? We can talk more about this. So every stage will require you to shed some parts of you, some beliefs, some understanding, some cultural norms, social norms, to help you go on the next stage. And I want you to think about this before I let you go. When you look, when you look at different people who do everything as society expects them, are they the most happy? Are they the most prosperous? Are they the most comfortable? What do you see? Really see with your eyes and not just with the thought you had before. And if you feel you can make some improvements, if you think you can stride more, then I'm the girl for you. Well, so those are different level of consciousness. Where do you think you are at, if you're able to tell? Let me know. Comments, likes. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing time. I have to go pick up my daughter. Ooh, very late now. So Bye. Toodles. Mwah. That's for the picture after. Have a great day. Bye.